Where are you, Captain Charisma? The world needs you now. The peeps need you, man. The peeps want you. Where are you, man? I know he's done with the injury. He's back, but they don't have anything written for him yet. They don't have anything for him, and I don't want to say that's terrible because Christian is a friggin' talent, man. This guy can put over your younger talent. He can make you care about someone. And I think that's what happened, man. Remember when Christian was the world champion and he took on Randy Orton? It was quite a feud, I think. It was a feud that I will remember Randy Orton for always having, a feud with Christian. See, I remember some stuff, but this is one feud that I really was behind because, you know, Christian, that's one of my favorite wrestlers right there, and for them to do something like that was pretty amazing. You see, you have feuds that go in the summer or that are going like that, but if, you know, I think the thing about it was that Christian had worked so hard to get to that level, to get the championship, and then he loses it. I think that's what got me invested. I was like, come on, Christian, no, you're not going to do Christian like this. You have to give him a chance at the title again, and then Christian would eventually get the title, but as a bad guy. But either way, you were very happy for Christian because of his character. You were like, this guy deserves it. He's been doing all this and that for it, and he's done all this, and I think that's what made that summer feud so successful in my mind. That was in my mind. I think it was a very successful feud, even though probably some other people are like, no, it was terrible. It was in the summer of Punk, you know, but hey, this one was in the summer of Punk. This feud had some skills. I'm just gonna say this feud was cool. It was way better than the Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio crap that they pulled off, I think last year. Hey, those were just awful. I'm sorry, I was not into it because I'm not at all invested in with Sheamus or Del Rio at all. I wasn't invested with either one of them. I was like, Del Rio, why am I, you know, why do I want to boo Del Rio? Why do I want to care? I'm booing Sheamus. That's the wrong way to do it. I'm booing Sheamus, and where Christian was, okay, I understand he's a heel, but at the same time you were going for him, but at the same time you were like, maybe Randy Orton should shut this guy up because he was very annoying. He was acting like a little bit of a bitch at times, and it was pretty funny, man. It was pretty funny just what they did and how invested the WWE actually got into Christian. And I didn't think I would ever see that, but Christian is a freaking piece. He's a beast. And then when he had this feud with Sheamus, I actually cared about it. I was like, oh shit, Christian is getting what he needs. You know, he's making Sheamus look like a good guy. He's doing what he needs to do. So Christian, see, I don't understand why they don't bring Christian back. This guy, he doesn't need to be in the main event picture anymore. You know, he could be, but he doesn't have to be. He can help your younger guys out. Your younger guys who need to build up their characters. They need to build up all this and that. Christian can give them some solid good matches, some solid good promos, some good skits with them. Why not let Christian just work with the younger guy? You know, let him help the kid out. That's pretty much what I think Christian's now all about, helping out the younger guys. And I don't think he's that kind of guy who's that shallow will say, no, I don't want to put no young talent over. No, I'm pretty sure he wants to help out the business in the best way possible, and Christian can do it, man. Why don't you just bring him back? You have nothing going on, really. Come on. Besides the Shield and what else? Come on. The world title picture, you know, put Christian against Jack Swagger. That would be something interesting to watch. Christian representing Canada, and then you got Jack Swagger in America. You know, it's like that. You could do that. Now, Christian and Del Rio, I don't know about that. Maybe it could work. But they're both, you know, you have to make Christian a heel, bring in some Canada gimmick. You know, it's like, oh, you've been saying all this and that about Mexico. What about Canada? I don't know. Fuck, I don't know what's going on here. But Del Rio, you know, Swagger, Christian could. I think Christian could help out Swagger, man. You know, this guy can do a lot of miracles, and not a lot of people think that, man. But the guy, I think the guy's. I'm just wishing he comes back. Wishing he's soon and coming back to the WWE, man. It's something we've been missing. We want to see the peeps. The peeps want to shine. The peeps want to be here. The peeps want to see Christian. And that's it for the part of Christian I want to talk about. Now I want to talk about Randy Orton, man. Randy Orton, the last couple of weeks has been impressing me a little bit more and more. You know, I think they are maybe now thinking to themselves, okay, Cena is injured. He's hurt. You know, we don't know how long he can really be this good. You know, until that injury really gets to him. CM Punk's out. And after that, what do they have? What do they have to sell tickets for house shows and things like that? And you have to think Randy Orton can do it. Randy Orton can pull that off. But at the same time, Do you want to invest all that into Randy Orton, knowing his future, his past, knowing he usually has a tendency not to, he's been what, suspended twice already? So one more technically will be the final strike, but who knows if they would actually let him go after that third strike, since, as we've seen with Jack Swagger, he got caught with some dope, and he's still not suspended. So, would they actually let him go after a third one? But now the question is, do they want to invest all that into Randy Orton and give him something, go like, okay, now you're our guy. You're going to be the next top guy. If Cena or Punk go down, you're going to be the guy that helps, that takes that spot. And maybe they're getting ready for that, maybe they're not. And I know some people are going like, Randy Orton needs to be a heel. That's the only way he'll be interesting. But see, to a bunch of little kids and women, he is already interesting enough for them, man. He's got the looks for the women, which that's probably why they buy the stuff. The kids just love his finisher, the RKO. Who doesn't love the RKO? Who doesn't want to go do an RKO out of nowhere on someone on the street? It's going to be a thing that should be catching on, man. Just walking down the street, RKO out of nowhere, RKO out of nowhere. I want to do it one day. One day I'm just going to go into school. I'm going to probably get an assault charge on me, but I will be saying I did it out of nowhere, Then we post a meme about it, and we should look cool. Woo! I got caught. Shit, I didn't even expect that one, but is Randy Orton on his way back to being a top guy in the WWE, or am I just being crazy? And yeah, I don't know, man. Christian. I hope Christian comes back, and I hope that Orton starts getting a little bit more as a, getting more of an action. Come on, man. I think Orton has more talent than they actually let him use. This guy, I know he forgets his line. Yeah, he forgets his line and all this and that. But if he was very good as a heel, I think he could be a better face. Just, I don't know. I don't really understand this stuff going on, but it's been a long discussion. Randy Orton and Christian, a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, they had one hell of a feud, and what can I say? It was one hell of a feud that I will never forget. And I actually paid money to see one of their matches. I think it was the Money in the Bank one. Yeah, I paid for that one, and I was very pleased with Randy Orton and Christian every time they got in the ring, man. They did better than I expected. And that was a feud that was interesting, and hey, I wish those two guys, those two guys are beasts. Not as those two guys. That's why I think I like Randy Orton a little bit more, because of his work with Christian. But this right here was probably next to the John Cena and CM Punk feud, was probably my favorite feud of 2011. And since I'm talking about 2011 and Christian and Randy Orton, let's talk about a little bit more about what are your favorite feuds from the PG era? That's what you want to go with, the PG era. And, who right now that is on the roster do you want to see have a little bit more success, that they've seen success before in the past? Because I'm going to have another video about just talking about WWE and their characters and needing to stop relying on guys like that. But that's for another video. But who do you think they should really start, really put some more investment into it? Because they need to invest in a couple guys, man. They need to do a couple more things. But Christian and Randy Orton, two of my favorites on the SmackDown side, I guess. I know Randy Orton, man. There was a reason why he was a champion in my storylines, because I like him. But Christian and Randy Orton, two of my favorite guys because of that rivalry they had in 2011. Like, honestly, if I didn't know about wrestling, I just watched this one in 2011, I think Randy Orton and Christian would have been both my favorite guys, just because of their matches and their feud that they had. Their matches were pretty fun to watch. Whoever said Randy Orton can't put on a decent match, I think you're crazy, man. Randy Orton can do stuff, and he's very athletic and gifting. Christian is a good wrestler, and I wish he comes back. And I hope to God they don't waste this guy. This guy can help out your younger talent, and I hope it isn't where a contract runs out and they release him, and then you end up hearing later on, oh well, they had nothing for me to do, so that's why I left the company. No. Christian, the peeps want one more run, and the Vipers apparently want another run for Randy Orton. So I guess the real question is, will either of these guys ever get another run as the World Heavyweight Champion? Maybe even the WWE Champion, I don't know. But will one of these guys ever get a chance again at having a run on the top of the SmackDown side for the world title? Randy Orton, Christian, maybe both, maybe neither. You guys can respond in the comments if you really want to respond to me nice. Yeah. and not get raped by Cody Rhodes. If you want to get raped by Cody Rhodes, go ahead. Don't put on nothing on the comments, and he'll rape you, and his mustache will touch you and tickle you. That's right. See you guys later. Be safe out there.
Crawling up, you can feel